What is up? My name is Adam. Thank you so much for joining the channel today. I just saw two movies today in the theater. First time I've ever done that, and it was so fun. I saw Iron Claw at 10 o'clock, and then The Holdovers at 1:20. Didn't get home till 4, so 6 hours at the theater. My kind of day. But the first one I saw was Iron Claw. This one got me. I was not expecting this one. I did not know. I mean, I knew it was a true story before, but I did not know the story before I saw it. I just saw it as wrestling. It was A24. I like A24. It did get an 8.1 on IMDb, so I'm like, okay, I gotta go check this out. And then, like I said, it's A24 movie. A24 puts out great movies. Midsummer, The Witch, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and The Well, just some of my favorites from A24, except The Witch. I don't really like The Witch that much, so I don't know why I named that one. But they have a lot of other great movies as well. This movie follows the tragic story of the Van Erich brothers. You have Kevin, who was played by Zac Efron. Carrie was played by Jerry Allen. I'm pretty sure he's in that Chef show. He's in other shows as well. Was it Shameless he was in? But anyway, David was played by Harris Dickinson, and then Mike was played by Stanley Simons. So like I said before, I did not really know anything about the story before I got in there. I went into it thinking it was a wrestling movie based off of the trailers. It was just a lot of wrestling together and the four brothers. But that was totally not the case. The wrestling kind of took secondary in this movie, and really what took forward was relationships with the dad, relationships with the brother, them going through their career was really what the movie was about. There was some wrestling, but definitely more of that relationship building throughout the movie, and how like they kind of went through their lives and how they went through their careers. So basically, as the story goes, the Van Erichs, they think they have a curse, and all of them kind of have trouble going through their career. First off is Carrie, played by Jerry Allen. I mean, he spoiler alerts, but he was on his motorcycle right after he won the heavyweight champion and lost half of his leg. Luckily, he didn't die, but he did lose half of his leg and could not wrestle anymore after that for a very long time. Next was Mike, which was the younger brother. He was not into wrestling at first. He got into it, broke his shoulder. They popped it back in. When they were doing surgery, he went into a coma. He came out of that coma, but he ended up overdosing on pills after that. And then the first person who died in the movie was David, played by Harry Dickinson. He was in Japan trying to go for his heavyweight champion overseas, and he had, I think, an intestines rupture. He died while he was overseas, and they also had their oldest brother, who was 5, passed away as well. So really just a tragic movie I was not prepared for. Like I said, I thought it was going to be a sports movie, and while that took second place, it was more that family and their lives as well. So that brings me to my likes of the movie, which is the acting. Zac Efron, Jerry Allen, and Harris Dickinson, with the three main brothers who are wrestling at first. I thought they did wonderful. I do think it was kind of carried with Zac Efron carried it. I'm not, like I said, I don't know the story, so I'm not sure how well they portrayed their character. But those three, to me, Zac Efron, then probably Harris Dickinson, then Jeremy Allen, in that order. I know it kind of follows Zac Efron's character, Kevin, but I thought he kind of helped to really carry the movie, even though there was a lot of strong performances in that. And then also, along with those three, just the chemistry. I know, I guess the real story, they had a very strong bond as brothers, and they really showed that on screen as well. I thought the actors all had great chemistry and were able to portray that very well. So next is my dislikes. One is the wrestling scenes. I thought that they could have been a little bit better. I know that wasn't the main focus, but I was expecting a little more out of those. They weren't bad by any means. They were still good. But I feel like for me, like Creed is some of the top, like, I know that's boxing, but some of the best right there. And it wasn't as good as that, but like I said, it was still pretty good. And second was Mike. I don't know if it was the character or the actor who portrayed Mike, but for some reason I didn't like him. I couldn't really connect with him. And I don't know, his character really didn't do anything for me. So bring it down to my ranking. It got an 8.1 on IMDb for me. I'm going to say a 7.5, which is pretty good. And then rewatchability, I'm going to give it probably a low. It's probably a one and done. It might be years down the road. If I see it at a thrift shop on Blu-ray, I'll buy it and rewatch it. But it's not one of those I'll probably actively search out to rewatch. But that's it. Let me know down in the comments what you thought of the movie. Do you agree or disagree with any of my review? If there's any other movie you would like me to review, please leave that down in the comments as well. Peace.